identify his camera.
There you go. We are the American Adversaries live now, outside. So, going to be live on AM 660 National South, the Mercury City Broadcast Studio. No joke. We'll be very fast with Mercury City Weather for call by them. Station party 407 678 4299 Mercury City
A big show lined up for you tonight. I am Chris. To the board, Lucas Paris has us up with the Periscope, and Nick, let's just throw it on the bridge. So we are in good hands tonight. If you want to see us on the Periscope, you can go to our channel on YouTube, American Adversaries TV. If you want to be a part of the show, you can call us at 407-774-8255. And if you ever miss a part of our show or all of our show and you want to hear it or you want to hear it again and again and again, don't forget to go to our archive on AmericanAdversariesRadio.com, and we will be right there. Okay. We got a big show lined up, as I said, tonight. We'll be talking, we got the 10 worst.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the new girl in school, and we'll be great. Of course, we'll be there at Cafe Positano. We'll be doing the show live from 5 to 7, but the Shriner guys will be there earlier. You can come early or you can come late. We'll be there till dark at least, and we want as many of you folks to come out and join us as possible. We'll have a lot of fun, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on in the show. But, Mike, it's Wednesday. You're usually here on Thursday.
I know. I have to do one of my duties. I'm actually flying up to my favorite city, the wealthiest city, actually, and this is a fact, in the world.
And that's not New York City.
That is Washington,
D.C.
And actually, I'm going up there. We're having a player rep meeting where they bring in the executive council, and then they have two former players sit in on the meeting, and they discuss the current issues as they exist now, meaning legal problems and contract problems and
Sure.
Maybe practicing too much beyond the realm of what the owners were allowed to practice them.
Is that right?
It'll be a day of conversation, and then they flip you back onto the plane and then send you back home. But
well, it's rough being the chairman of the board, isn't it?
The good thing is I'm sort of the individual that delivers the message to the former players. We have a major meeting coming up in Chicago at the end of August, and they'll have all the players that are presidents of their different chapters throughout the nation, which represents all the NFL cities, plus a few others, like Orlando, which happens to have probably the best chapter in the nation.
With no NFL team.
I know, with no NFL team. What's new, you know? But we have a soccer team. So I could,
we'd be proud of that.
That's right.
Yeah, we're proud. At least they pay for the place.
I'm telling you, I've turned to be a fan of the city because of just what you said. The fact that they paid their way.
You mean the Orlando City Lions?
Yep, I am 100% behind them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And like I say, yeah, it's tough being the chairman of the board. I thought maybe you were going out to the U.S. Open to see Tiger Woods play.
Oh, I actually can't wait to watch. I was actually thinking if he were passing through Orlando, he might want to play with Reggie Branch and myself because he's scoring in the same area, you know. We score between 85 and 85 every time we play. But reflecting back on the day's article, today, Chris.
That's right.
You know, you tried to infer that it was yesterday, but when you think of like him and Joe Namath and all the athletes as they approach 40, you know, speed, your arm strength,
girlfriends.
Yeah, there you go. You're not quite as rich or as good looking, but
well, yeah, because he did lose his girlfriend, or she, got tired of him and
but when you look
messing
at it,
around.
like look at him this year, he's only had one top 25 finish, and he was 17th. At the Masters. Not that that's bad. But I mean, for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, but my feeling is not only has he lost some of his talent, but the reality is there's just too many good players this day and age out there. There's never been such a bundle of great players. You're talking 15, 20, 25. They all drive the ball 320, 330. They all can have a good short game. So, Tiger, I don't know. You might start thinking about maybe doing your own reality show, and joining the rest. Oh, no, wait a second.
Yeah, maybe he can
what did I say?
Re-identify himself.
I know. Oh, man.
But, he hasn't played the same since the incident with his wife. And, I always wondered if maybe he wasn't doing a little something like the growth hormone, to recover from, the nicks and bangs that even golfers get. You get wrists hurt,
and
your back
there's
hurts.
Been articles written about that, and sometimes you wonder, and because when you reflect back on the NFL players who have used steroids, now I don't know if Tiger did or not, but they suffer from a common denominator, and that is injury. Because you have trouble with my shoulder, I have trouble with this, I have trouble with that. And then ultimately you have a lot of trouble when you get older. Now, certainly the steroids today are certainly a lot more sophisticated than they were back in the early 70s when they were just experimenting with them. But I don't know. But I don't know. I think I hope I'm wrong, but I think he's at the end of the line as being a major player in the golf circuit.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say he's not going to break Jack Nicklaus's record of 18 majors?
Oh, that's not going to happen.
No, not at this point.
I wonder if there's a line in Vegas. We got to check. You know what? I'll bet you there probably is a line on that. I say that seriously.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, with the line being on the presidential. But yeah, the U.S. Open starts officially tomorrow. And I do owe Mike an apology. Saturday was not the anniversary of the chase. Saturday was the anniversary of the murders. And today is actually, as you rightly pointed out, is the anniversary of the chase.
I told you I was on the team 4 years with O.J., and Al Cowings actually was drafted my third year there. Al Cowings was drafted to take my place. Now, it didn't work out well, Al. They used to say Al was the greatest athlete they ever saw. I said, you're right. He can throw the shot put, he can throw the discus, he can run fast. He just has trouble playing football.
Didn't know how to play football.
So they eventually moved him to the other side and left me alone. Yeah. But the reality of it is, as an individual, forgetting the football part, he was really an excellent guy. First-class guy, well-spoken, and except for the incident, O.J., relative to his fame and everything, was a very decent guy and a very an individual who was the type of guy you could introduce around, and he wasn't an embarrassment.
Well, you know what, now you had known him
and I've kept my relationship, and the reason I did was because I was the only guy on the team that could beat him in tennis. And right? He just couldn't stomach that. I was like 6'4".
He had to keep trying, right?
Yeah, 6'4", 270. He's fast, quick, everything. But I said, sorry, loser. I play tennis since I've been sick.
So 6 years old. Your mom got
we played all the time. But again, a guy that, and I knew his wife.
You also said that.
Marguerite.
He was never actually married to Nicole Brown.
Right. And then I went skiing.
And that was the last time you saw him, about 4 months before
the incident. I went skiing with him and Nicole out in Vail.
Were they doing drugs at that time? Were they doing cocaine?
I know nothing. I say nothing. I know no one.
Okay, because it's I believe fairly common knowledge that he'd gotten involved in cocaine out there, and that she was part of it, and perhaps that waiter. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that there was the white stuff, the powder, whatever.
I know nothing. I say nothing. I know no one. I sound like a Democrat, don't I? Don't I sound like I'm in one of the committee meetings going, do you have the emails? I know nothing. I say nothing. I know no one. What was his name? He was Schultz was years ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what he could do you tutoring many of the Democrats who will be visiting the committees?
I tell you.
Wow.
You better believe it, yeah. Okay. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about the top 10 worst cities, or actually I should say, what is the top 10 poorest cities? Is that
top 10 poorest cities with the highest level of people at poverty level. And there's a couple shockers in there, not because of how they were run, but even myself, I have an affiliation with one, and I didn't realize they were that bad off, but then when I think about it, maybe I did realize
there's definitely one similarity that all of these cities have. Some of you may have already figured that out as soon as I said it.
It's going to be real simple.
Yeah, but we'll reveal that when we come back. You heard us talking earlier about Cafe Positano on the 22nd. Yeah, we'd love to have you folks come out there. We're going to have a lot of fun. The Shriners are going to be out there. We're going to have a caricature artist out there. We're going to have Dan Peterson singing and strumming out there. And we're going to have some raffle drawings. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Of course, Mike's going to be there. I'll be there. The American Adversaries team will be there. Nick will show up after we finish up with the show.
Your Army will be there. They're going to be having a T-shirt. I like that T-shirt idea. I think that's terrific.
If you are a member of the American Adversaries Army, we'll have a T-shirt waiting for you. It's a My Liberty Threads T-shirt, so that means they're made in America. Every bit of it is made in America.
No,
even the little label where it says Made in the USA is made in America.
Not in China?
Nope.
Okay, because Don Trump would be very proud of you.
He will be.
Or them.
All he has to do is join the Army and show up. I'll have a T-shirt for him, too. And if you remember the American Adversaries Army, you will have one of them waiting for you. And if you're not a member now, you can join up right up to game time, so to speak. And you radio.com and head on over to the recruiting office, and you can either do it right there online or you can do it through the mail. Now, speaking of through the mail, so far we've been giving you the same price to do it through the old snail mail as to do it online. At the end of July, that offer will expire, and it will have to go up $1 a month to pay for the postage. So if you want to get in on the snail mail side, while it's still $60 for the year, you can do that. After July 31st, it'll be $72 for the year. But for you folks online, it will stay the same, $5 per month. We'll get you a great newsletter, coupons, discounts, T-shirts, and we'll have other perks along the way. And you'll be entered in a drawing for a cruise.
Right. But the main thing is, it's the cause that the money helps. I mean, if these, if Hillary gets in office, I'll probably be in Australia. Take another 4 years, this type of economic disaster that has occurred over the last 6.5. I mean, we have just moved nowhere, and if you want us to quote the figures, we'll be happy to.
That's right.
But I mean, it's like boring. Just get rid of the bombs and let's move on.
All right. We'll be right back, and I guarantee you, we ain't going to be boring.